Joichi-san, I brought you some food.
How do you make that eye glow?
It's additive luminescence.
I don't know what you're talking about. The name of the man bound to the bed is Joichi Shindo, an ordinary high school sophomore. Or rather, it's me. And the person who's tying me to the bed is the girl in front of me.
Here.
Hot! Her name is Tabane Kuro. She's the same age and has known each other since kindergarten.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to make it less hot.
Will you release my restraints?
No?
Why?
Because you refuse my feelings, Joichi-san.
In kindergarten, Tabane was once harassed by other children. The reason was that she had an odd eye, an eye with a different color on the left and the right. Children's society is simple and straightforward. If you're different from them, they'll try to exclude you. And they do so in a very direct way. Then I was the one who saved her.
Tabane-chan, let's leave them alone and play together over there.
Ah, Prince.
What?
My prince.
That's how we started to play together often. It was good until I became friends with Tabane, but that was the beginning of the problem. Tabane became completely dependent on me.
Joichi-kun, where are you going?
I'm going to the bathroom.
I'll go with you.
What?
She follows me to the bathroom.
Joichi-kun, are you going to play with other kids?
What? Yes, I do. Let's play together, Tabane.
No, unless it's just you and me.
What?
She avoided other people and was very attached to me anyway. After I realized that Tabane was dependent on me, I tried to push her away so that she could be independent, but...
I love you. Please go out with me.
Just the other day, she confessed her love to me. If I nodded my head here, she would never be able to leave me. A relationship where I depend on her and she depends on me. I didn't think that was right. So I said,
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't go out with you.
I see.
Tabane?
Then I'll love you until you love me.
So I found myself in Tabane's room. My parents are on an overseas business trip. Tabane's parents are traveling. In addition, the school was closed for a long vacation. In other words, no one would notice my absence. Oops.
Well, Joichi-san, spending time alone together like this, it's like we're living together.
Let me go.
No, I can't. You are my prince. Until you love me, I will never let you go.
Fine, but I will never accept your feelings until I make you a real person.
I love that part of you.
Thus began the battle between me and Tabane. And then...
Here. Is it good?
If it weren't for the peppers...
Don't be picky, okay?
I was being taken care of by Tabane in a very rewarding way. Well, I can't move from the bed.
How do you like it? A homely girl. Do you like me?
As long as I'm not restrained, okay? Meanwhile, I'm still trying to persuade her to somehow return to a normal human being. Hey, stop doing this anymore. Come to your senses.
What is it? Isn't insanity enough?
On the contrary, why do you think it's okay?
You tell me to be sane, but do I have to be sane? Is it wrong if I'm broken?
That's not right.
You answered me immediately. You can be a bit hesitant to say something.
Of course. Everyone has been through a lot, and some of us will break down at the end of it all. Some people are so exhausted that they can't move. I understand that you've been through a lot too. But it is wrong to use that as an excuse to depend on others or to lean on them. If that were allowed, no one would be able to stand up to their own. Sometimes you need help and support from others, but you can't lean on them. You are so dependent on me right now. You can't be a lover in an equal sense, can you? Now's the time for you to stand up for yourself, isn't it?
No.
No?
It sounded like you were saying some good things, but I didn't know what you were talking about.
Really? I thought hard about it earlier.
I want to live my whole life dependent on Joichi-san. I don't intend to have a relationship with you as an equal.
That's called a kept woman.
I want to live off my parents' backs in the future.
That's garbage.
Yes, that's right. I feel sorry for my parents, so please let me be dependent on Joichi-san.
Don't you feel sorry for me?
No.
You affirmed it. I don't know what to do about Tabane. Even if I continue to persuade her, it will be difficult to turn her into a true human being. Tabane's will is strong. I know that she's been through a lot, and I want to accept her. But is that really the right thing to do? Is it right to be dependent and to be depended on? I don't know. I mean, Tabane, it's late. I think it's time for dinner.
Oh, here you go.
Tabane? Hey! What's wrong, Tabane? Yay. Hey, are you okay?
What? Why are you restraining me?
You were making the restraints loose so that it wouldn't hurt, weren't you? That's why it was easy to get out.
What?
That's right. I could have escaped at any time I wanted to. But I thought it was a good opportunity to persuade Tabane, so I dared to pretend to be restrained. Well, I couldn't persuade her, though. You've always been too nice to me, you know?
Ouch!
This is payback for restraining me. Now, we're even. You haven't changed since kindergarten, have you? When I told you I was going to get back at those people who were harassing you, you told me that I didn't have to do that.
Because you shouldn't do to people what you don't like to be done to you.
Tabane Kuro is a very kind person. Because she has experienced it herself, she understands the pain of others and is able to be kind to them. I like that about you. Look, you should sleep for now.
Yes.
You are so honest. I wish you were always like this. Her abnormal obsession with me is her only shortcoming. Well, you suddenly fell ill. Were you sleeping on your belly?
I haven't been sleeping much these days.
What?
I had to take care of Joichi-san, so I haven't been thinking much about myself.
Are you an idiot? You've been neglecting yourself in order to take care of me. It's usually the other way around.
But I'm the one holding Joichi-san, so I have to take care of you responsibly, don't I?
If you can think that way, let's not restrain people first, shall we?
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Besides, I wanted you to love me, so I had to work hard.
I get it. Just go back to sleep now. I'll make you some porridge.
Okay.
So I decided to take care of Tabane, who was feeling sick. Here, porridge. On...
Hot!
Oh, sorry. On purpose.
I love you.
Why? I feed her. Do you want me to do anything?
Could you wipe my sweat?
What?
No?
Just your back. If it's just your back, I'll do it.
Not the front?
You'll have to do it yourself.
Am I unattractive?
That's not the point. Common sense says no.
I can't help it. Then, please wipe off my back.
Like this, I wiped her back. Okay then, sleep calmly.
Why don't you abandon me? Joichi-san, you could have run away from here instead of taking care of me.
We've known each other since childhood, right? Then it's natural for me to take care of you.
It's not just for now. If such a troublesome woman who depends on Joichi-san sticks with you forever, wouldn't you get tired of her and usually abandon her?
I won't do that. I saved you. The most important thing to remember is that you are responsible for your own well-being. That is the responsibility of the person who saved you.
That way, aren't you treating me like an abandoned dog or something?
That's right.
You nodded at me.
It's irresponsible to save someone and then leave them to die. I'm responsible until the end after I save you. That is my way. I will be responsible for you until you become a normal human being. I will never abandon you along the way.
Joichi-san,
Well, I'm not sure if that's really the right thing to do.
if you're going to go that far, why don't you go out with me?
If you weren't so dependent on me, I'd want to go out with you too.
I see. Is that so?
I told you, didn't I? I like you. But if we go out now, it won't be good for both of us.
I see. But I can't change because I'm no good without you.
I see. It's no longer at the level where I can do something about it by persuasion. And I'm sure that I myself am partly responsible for her becoming like this. What should I do? She finally went to sleep. She wanted me to pet her head until she fell asleep, so I petted her. And she let me pet her for about an hour. My arms hurt. Now, what are we going to do? About me and about Tabane?
Don't leave me.
Talking in your sleep? That's how much of me. Well, maybe I should fulfill my responsibility for making Tabane like this. Then there's only one thing to do. Let's make Tabane's wishes come true.
Thank you, Joichi-san. Thanks to you, I feel much better.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well then, I'll have Joichi-san restrained to the bed once more.
No, that won't be necessary.
What?
I've decided to accept you.
Does that mean you'll go out with me?
That's what it means.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I should take responsibility for making you like this.
Yes?
So I think I should take responsibility.
Well, does that mean you love me? Is that right?
No, I'm just gonna take responsibility for you.
What do you mean?
I couldn't make you a normal person after all. So I think it's my responsibility to take care of you to the end, as I saved you. I'm going to go out with you as you wish. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that! You go out with me, but you don't love me? You said you love me.
That's not the same thing. In the first place, if I couldn't make you a normal human being, am I qualified to love you?
Yes, you have!
I don't approve of such an unreasonable thing.
You are stubborn.
Let's go out with me. Let me take responsibility.
Oh, no! I don't want to go out with you because you feel responsible, guilty, or obligated. This is not the way I want things to turn out. Please love me.
But...
Then, I'll be decent.
What?
Then you'll love me, won't you?
Well, you'll be fine as you are.
No!
What you're saying is different from before.
That's what you're saying too, Joichi-san.
Oh my god, you don't have to change anymore. I'll accept you as you are.
I said no. I will change. I will be normal.
What's the matter with you all of a sudden? You're back to your usual self.
Hello? Isn't it the time to rejoice for you? Joichi-san, you always wanted me to be decent, didn't you?
I don't need that anymore.
Joichi-san, you can only see one thing.
I don't think it's good for people to change their minds so easily.
Then, when will you change your mind next?
About 10 years from now.
That's too late.
What's wrong with you?
I don't want to be in a loveless relationship with responsibilities and obligations. I want to love and be loved.
But I don't deserve it.
Damn, you really are stubborn once you decide to do that.
So, after a while, Tabane became independent from me and decided to date me.
Joichi-san,
What's wrong?
say ski stand 10 times.
Ski stand 10 times. What's wrong? Who made you cry?
I wanted you to say you loved me, but you used multiplication.
Damn, that's unforgivable. If you want me to say I love you, just say it.
I ask you, will you tell me?
I won't. I'm just joking. I'm sorry.